Wasn't he, Dave?
Yes. And died shortly after this was series was filmed.
Then there was Mushmouth.
Let's go to the pizza place, we get the pizza. How about you doing today,
The thing was one notch off of Step and Fetch It. Fat Albert.
Hey, what's the one with the thing over his head?
The guy had a hat over his. Did you ever see the live action version of this?
No.
When the guy had the hat over his head. Oh dear. I always watched it though because there was nothing else on at 12 o'clock on Saturday.
Fat Albert and the Cosby Kid.
It was on for years.
It was.
Long after they stopped making them, it was on at 12 o'clock. Channel 10, I think. Right?
Nobody will play that anymore. What's the next book?
Well, let's see. We have some unfortunate deaths to report.
Oh, these are very sad.
Not a lot, though, this week.
No, but biggies.
A couple of big ones.
I don't know whether to dye the beard white or the beard black or the mustache white. Sounds about right.
You got one of each. It's like a black and white cookie.
Yeah, ooh. How sad. Esther Williams. She drowned, didn't she?
No, she was a fine swimmer, Dave.
Oh, okay.
She even had her own paper doll sets made.
And she did many an aquatic film. 91.
Good night.
Oh.
Oh, that was a sad one. You know, it was funny. The night before they posted that she had passed on, I was just thinking about pulling out some On the Family episode. And I was trying to think, was Gene Stapleton dead? And then the next morning, I got my answer.
You are a curse. You have cursed Gene Stapleton.
It was funny. I think it was the one year they're all pictured here. Everybody won an Emmy except Mike.
A slap in the face.
Rob Reiner. How Sally Struthers got it over Rob Reiner, I don't know.
Is that it?
That's it on the desk. 2 90-year-olds living a long, fine life, Dave.
How do you know? You don't know what their last few years were like.
Yeah, it could have been
wretched.
A wretched end.
You
I
know.
couldn't find any of those wretched pictures of any of them, though.
Oh, yeah, that
Like
you
in
so gleefully like to post.
Well, if they're out there. The only ones I didn't post were Roger Ebert in reverence and one female. I think I said.
Annette Funicello.
Why is that funny? I don't understand this. It is not funny.
It's not funny.
Poor Annette Funicello.
But there was a bad picture of them carting her out of a bed. That in respect, Dave.
In respect? That's what you're calling it?
That's what I'm kind of giggling at.
All right.
I respect it and only put the big bosomy pictures in as our tribute.
Who the hell would take a picture of her being hoisted out of the bed? That's just wrong.
I think she did like a documentary reporting her final days, like that Farrah Fawcett one. She did. Nobody wants to see that. They want to remember them in their glory days with their big bosoms and posters.
Well, it's an education. Educate people on how these illnesses affect you. That's what it's about.
I guess it's just like Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
I guess it's good information to put out there. It's ruined our experience of watching Gia, the unrated version now, but it's a good message to put out there.
I haven't seen the unrated version of that. I may have to.
I think I have it. I don't know if I've watched it, though.
Movie night.
Movie night. Speaking of movie night, I think we got a couple minutes here.
All right.
You were mentioning a few films. I haven't seen this yet, so I just brought it to show. And I don't know if I'm going to watch it or we might have movie night. Or I might lend it out to you, Dave.
Okay.
We'll see. 'Cause this was one of the films that I had never seen and I've heard about. It was shocking, and they handed out the barf bags at the theater.
And this is from when, the 70s?
This was 1970.
Herbert Lom.
It did have
a real actor.
Real actors. And Reggie Nalder, who was the vampire in Salem's Lot. He's pretty creepy. And I made sure I got the unrated edition.
Okay.
And the only thing I know, there was tongues being pulled out,
Awesome.
as is illustrated here. And this is witch hunting. during the witch hunting times, and there's a lot of torture scenes. So I thought I'd check this out, and I ordered it from the other sellers on Amazon. And it's very cheap. Always look for the other sellers. No, it's brand new.
It's positively the most horrifying film ever made. Is that what it says?
That's what it says.
Ever, Ed.
Ever.
It's horrifying.
Now, the other one we want to compare it to is something. Where did you hear about the other film you mentioned?
I really don't know how. I just don't know. Just kind of messing around on the internet. Sometimes I do that. Just looking up films. I might have typed in horror films, obscure film. I don't know what it was, but this film came up, and I don't even know the name of it. Was it Cannibal Holocaust?
Cannibal Holocaust. Now, I went and ordered that one right away, and you said it was on YouTube.
It was on YouTube, the whole film.
How it's on YouTube, I don't know.
The whole film, in English and in Spanish. But I've noticed the English version that they had was actually slightly edited. So naturally I had to go to the Spanish version, which is far more graphic. But I don't know. It's, you know what, you've seen it. I was looking at, what was the story? The director was arrested because they thought it was a snuff film, that he actually had murdered the actors. And it does look like that. It's really good the way they off some of these people. And I guess he had them sign an agreement once filming was done to disappear for a year. Don't be seen. So that's when he was arrested for that. He had to void their contract and make sure that they came out and showed up so that he wouldn't get tried for murder.
The most graphic thing, I think they actually cut a turtle up.
Yes.
A real turtle.
Oh, and some other animals they actually killed right there.
Now that you couldn't do today, or probably then. I guess you could then. There was trouble in the 70s with the animals and the horses.
Killed a couple of animals right there. The actors just chopped them to bits. Interesting.
Now, the funny thing is, I know you haven't visited your Facebook page in a while.
I have not.
But Paul we've had him down on the show from Proctor's. One of the ones that does the Came from Schenectady showings. Right. It looks like he's doing his own showings on Lark Street somewhere.
Okay.
And he has a cult film series going on. And what is slated for July?
Don't even say Holocaust. Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Ah, we're going.
So I have that on order. I don't know where I got that one from. I didn't get it yet. But wherever I got Mark of the Devil came very speedily, Dave. Movie Mars is a good place to get your DVDs from the other sellers. It doesn't come in the 2 days like Amazon does. It's a few more, but
that's okay.
It's very cheap there.
We've got time, Ed.
Okay, don't forget, we got one more pair of tickets to the House of Frankenstein and Dr. Morbid's to give away.
Right.
So we're going to give you your special question. We've given away 3 so far. People did write in with the answers. I will say I think we got more answers with the Boris Karloff question, his actual name, than the name of the Bride of Frankenstein film for some reason. People weren't quite sure which film he had the maid in.
Hey, how do you not know that?
So why don't you tell folks what we're about to do?
I don't know. What are we doing?
And I'll get up and go
Are we doing
over
that?
here.
The board?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to do the Post of Pairs game where you send in... Go ahead, Ed. You send in an email with your name, and you put down 2 numbers between 1 and 6, and you also say whether you want to spin the wheel. And if we pull your name and we reveal the clues or the posters behind those 2 numbers, if they match, you win 2 free movie passes. And if you say spin the wheel, we'll spin the wheel, and you can win up to 10.
A couple of weeks ago, we gave out 6 days.
Oh, yes, we did. So
in a long run of a three-week run.
A 3-week run.
That's hard to say.
Say that fast.
I barely got that out. Let me shake them up.
That's like going to the Double Dragon. I'd like to order a 3-week run.
Explain that they're all for a whole year.
Oh.
Yeah, you're in here.
Show to show.
No, once you write in, you're in here for the whole year. You want to explain?
So are you saying then that someone who writes in once doesn't have to continue to write in?
No.
So what are you saying?
I'm
That
saying,
was very vociferous of you.
No, thank you, Mr. Mooney. One of the words, one of his Greek words. No, once you write in every week, you can write in one person every week, and you're in there all year. So by the end of the year, you could have 52 entries in there.
Oh, gotcha.
You don't want to write in just once.
So this could be all one person.
or
If this was
a few.
December.
And I've got to do some more advertising. We should be having more people writing in for this contest than the usual 4 or 5.
That's how many viewers we have.
And one we've lost, which will go into next show, Dave. We've lost one of our viewers.
Have we?
I'll explain that next show.
Did we say something to upset them?
No, not us.
Oh.
That's a cliffhanger. We'll do that next time.
Michelle Crisafulli.
Okay.
1 and 4. And spin, Ed. Spin. She says
Okay.
spin. It's exciting.
We're going to spin, but we're not going to pause.
All right. Well, we got to match first before we spin. And 4.
Yeah, that's the old up and down poi.
Which often works.
Yeah, I guess we're due for some new posters up here, but we kind of like these. These are all our films
Yep.
that we've made. Shockers, you can find a trailer for up on YouTube. No, they're screwing around with that YouTube again, and you had a chance to rename your channel. So I renamed it Media Zone, and yet, I don't know, now there's a channel of Media Zone without all the videos we have, and still the Ed Mike, which is the regular channel, so I don't know what happened in that. Leave things alone. They're monkeying around with the Google Mail.
Speaking of monkeying.
There he is.
Oh, I guess you don't need that, Ed.
No.
There you go. Send in. Email mediazone95@gmail.com. Email to us your guesses between 1 and 6, 2 numbers. And if you want to spin the wheel, you can spin the wheel with a chance to win up to 10 tickets. You could lose your tickets, but you can get up to 10.
I like this one better for
Do you?
since we're not in high def on cable here.
Oh,
The question.
there you go. That's what happens if you spin the wheel. You have 1 chance to win 10 tickets, 2 to win 6, 2 to win 24, 6 to win 62. But that's your chances. You can up it to 10 or you can go to 0.
The question, Dave, you came up with to give out the passes to House of Frankenstein.
Right.
What is it?
That's the question. What is it? The question is, what film was Bela Lugosi making when he died?
Which forced the producers to insert someone in his place who was a foot taller and had a cape around his face for the rest of the film.
Right. There's a good hint for you.
So there you have it.
And, and the director is also very, I don't want to say famous, more infamous than famous. But there you go. So who or what was the film Bela Lugosi was working on when he died? And that's for 2 passes, right?
Right.
House of Frankenstein?
Yep.
What about Morbids?
Yep.
It can be used either one?
Both. You get one, well,
So it can be 4?
a pair for Frankenstein and a pair for Dr. Morbids.
Oh, there you go.
And sometime in July, whenever everybody's done with their vacations, I think it's time to head up there again.
Yes, it is.
And pay visit with our camera, and Ed and Dave will visit. Ed and Dave will also be visiting Hoffman's Playland this
Oh, because it's going to be going.
year. Right.
We have to go there.
So I think we're due to ride the train one last time with our video crew, Dave.
Is that allowed?
Why not? Everything else was allowed over there.
Okay.
All right, we got to sign off. Don't forget, tune in next week. We'll find out what happened to one of our viewers and more summer films.
The Media Zone has been a Cable 2000 production.